Is Democracy Still the Best Form of Government? By Katie Fitzpatrick. In the article, What's Gone Wrong with Democracy, a couple quotes I took out that I agree with. One is, although democracy may be a universal aspiration, it is a culturally rooted practice. I agree with that. Even though democracy seems like the best form of government, it's not for all countries. You have to really have a good political system and a good economy to make sure that, make sure that democracy works. Otherwise, it probably won't work. Another quote that I agree with is, democracy is inherently superior and will eventually prevail. I think that as of right now, democracy is a good form of government and it works. But like before, there were other forms of government that have been taken over by other forms of government that are better for like the society of that age. And so I think that eventually with new technology and stuff coming, another form of government will come about. But as of right now, I think that democracy is still the best form of government. Also, another quote is, democracy lets people speak their minds and shape their own and their children's futures. I think that this is really important, and that democracy really lets people have a voice. Doesn't matter the type of person, each person has their own voice, and it's really important because they're the people that shape our government. They really pretty much decide how the government's going to be through voting. Some disagreements I have are, democracy did well in the 20th century in part because of American hegemony. I do not agree with this. I think that other countries didn't just follow America's, like when America became a democracy, other countries didn't just follow because it's America. They followed because they saw that democracy worked in America, and so they thought maybe democracy will work in our country. So I believe that that's how democracy became a big, large form of government. Do I believe that democracy is still the best form of government? Yes, I do. I think that, once again, democracy will eventually get taken over by another form of government that comes about that is better for like this time. But as of right now, I think that democracy is still the best form of government. Democracy in Chile. Chile became a democracy after Augusto Pinochet departed from rule in 1989. And Chile has been a democracy for 27 years now. The transition to democracy was very smooth and created peace across all of Chile and is still stable today. Growth in the economy slowed in 2015 and is continuing its slow growth in 2016 due to inflation and depreciating currency. The GDP in 2015 was $424.3 billion. The per capita GDP in 2015 is $23,800. Society in Chile, the life expectancy is 68.61 years, and the infant mortality rate is 6.86 deaths out of 1,000 live births. As for the presidential polls in 2016 in the U.S., each poll that I looked at was different in some sort of way, which I think really shows how democracy really lets each person have their own voice, and no matter where they're from, like it doesn't matter which state, they each get their own voice and are able to choose who they want. And also each person running for president is different in their own way, showing that democracy really lets anyone decide and have their own voice, which I think is really good. It keeps people happy and keeps people from, getting mad and stuff. Is democracy in trouble? As of 2016, I don't really think it's in trouble. I think that the problems happening in other countries shown in What's Gone Wrong with Democracy, that article, I think that's more of just the country and their economies and stuff in the country. I don't really think that that you can blame the problems on democracy. I think it's more of the countries causing the problems. So, yeah.